Hello, everyone. This is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
And I'm Sweet Baby James, otherwise known as James Maynard.
And tonight I'm going to be talking about the magic of reality, an important key to happiness and creativity. But before I do,
Yes, welcome to Inner Revolution, changing the world from the inside out. And we will be experiencing this wit and wisdom and uncommon sense of Granny Rocks. And we do this every Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So stay with us and keep coming back.
yeah. So, lately I've been talking about happiness the last 2 weeks. How to be happy in an unhappy world. What does it mean to be whole? A common sense approach. And how to be happy in spite of life's problems. Well, that was last Monday's show, by the way. Tonight, I want to talk about the magic of reality, an important key to happiness and creativity. So, before I say that, I want to remind you that in last Monday's show, I talked about allowance, allowing what is to be, because we can't stop it. Anyway, and I made a distinction between allowing that something is so and taking it into ourselves as a defeat, a loss, or a statement about ourselves. So I was really talking about living with reality, which just happens to be the name of a book that I wrote that you can download for free. All you have to do is join my email list and you will get Living with Reality for free. It's a great book. It's 688 pages. You could spend the rest of your life reading it. But this is really more about living with reality. And before I go on, I want to talk about sick Helen is listening for a bit.
Good for you, Helen.
Helen, I hope
wish you well.
Yes, I hope this makes you feel better. Elizabeth said hello and sent a heart.
Hello, Elizabeth.
And Tracy said hello. So we've already got some great
Tracy.
people here, plus the others who are watching who have not identified themselves. So lots of us believe, that wouldn't include us, would it?
Believe what?
That dreams are what's magical. I have a dream.
That's been me most of my life.
Okay. But actually, the most magical thing is reality. Now, how the heck can that be?
Really?
Well, I'll tell you how
it's
it
a very
could be.
novel idea.
Because first and foremost, it's because we don't have the stress of pretending.
Oh.
We can make better decisions. We don't have the fear of being discovered. And there's a bunch of other things which I'm going to talk about in due course, which is like right now. But also because it is a key to unleashing our creativity. So I am finishing up this happiness cycle tonight. And who knows, I'm not saying I'll never talk about happiness again. And Amy said, hi guys, love you and thank you for all your caring and love.
Amy. We love you too.
Now, when we are looking squarely at reality, number one, we can make better decisions. And that is so relaxing because these decisions are based on facts, not on fantasy. For instance, let's say the car is falling apart. So I don't drive it. If I do drive it, I'm likely to break down, get stranded, or have an accident. See how relaxing that is? I know this car isn't going to work, so I relieve myself of the stress of trying to pretend that it is working and then finding myself up you-know-what's creek. Another example of how we make better decisions is I face the truth. I cannot afford this. But I can't afford that. So if I don't do that, I am likely to be broken by debt or go into bankruptcy or just be continually stressed about money.
Yeah.
And we see that all the time. People who are pretending that they have more money than they do and get themselves in terrible trouble. Okay, one more example I'm going to throw out of making better decisions. My husband, supposing the reality is my husband is really not interested in me anymore. well, then I can decide to let him go. Otherwise, I'm constantly striving to make him love me again, or maybe for the first time, right? How stressful is that? It's like striving, striving, striving. You do love me, don't you? You
Oh,
really do.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. You love me. You're going to tell me you love me. You have to tell me you love me, but you don't really love me. I know you don't love me. I can feel it. You don't love me, and I have to make you love me. And that is really stressful, don't you think? I think that's really stressful. So, the next point is we can relax because we don't have the continual stress of having to lie to ourselves and pretend. Oh, yes, he really loves me. We're back to the loves me. Oh, yes, he really loves me, even though he doesn't call. So now I have my ear to the phone because I'm waiting for the validation of that completely erroneous position. Or I'm looking for it as I know he loves me because I saw that. He gave me a look when I entered the room. Of course, he doesn't want to show anybody else that, is that exhausting?
So much chatter.
So much chatter. So exhausting. Okay, here's another one, the continued stress. I am not aging. I don't show my age. I'm really no different from the way I was when I was
I still got it.
I still got it. And I really can't do what I used to. That means that I have to deny my aches and pains all the time and how I mess myself up after I keep pushing myself too far. Now, that is a lot of stress. Having to lie to myself is like, oh no, I don't have aches and pains. Well, the reason I have aches and pains is because I'm getting a flu.
Mhm.
Or I slept wrong last night. It was a crick in my neck, right? Okay, here's another one about we can relax because we don't have the continued stress of having to lie to ourselves and pretend. My daughter is not taking heroin. Oh no. All those people who fired her, they were fools. They were wrong. They were stupid. They were prejudiced. They were that.
I believe my daughter's story.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I have to be angry at everyone because they're all wrong because I'm busy denying and pretending that my daughter is not taking heroin. Okay? Now here's the next point. If we are the part of the magic of reality, right? That's what we're talking about here, the magic. We don't have to fear being exposed anymore because there's nothing to expose. Everybody already knows. How many times have you heard people say, I don't want people to realize that I am, have wrinkles, or that I don't want them to realize that I don't have it together, or that I don't know what's in this chapter, or whatever it is, right? That I could do this job, right? I don't have to fear being exposed because every moment, even if I'm not exposed, I'm always afraid I'm going to be exposed. So now I can relax even more. Oh, are you beginning to get the idea that the magic of reality has a lot to do with relaxation? I don't have to fear being found out. That is so relaxing. Now, another part of the magic of reality is that we can stop being angry, at least so angry. See, because if I reject reality, I'm constantly trying to change it to fit my picture, and it doesn't work. And so I'm always angry because it's not working, right? And I can't. I just can't. And I can't. I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at him. I'm angry at her. I'm angry at them. I'm angry at fate. I'm angry at God. I'm just angry, angry. So I just want to summarize or review these couple of points first. Let me go back. I want to review them first before I get to the best part. When we look squarely at reality, here's some of the magic. We can make better decisions because they're decisions based on facts. We can relax because we don't have the continual stress of having to lie to ourselves and to pretend. In fact, we don't even have to pretend that we're not pretending because we're actually not pretending. We don't have to fear being exposed and found out. And we can stop being angry because we can't change reality. So, the last point that I want to make about, general point about the magic of reality is that it unleashes our creativity. Now, how can that be? I mean, isn't the dream, the fantasy, isn't that what unleashes our creativity? Oh, I have a dream. I'm going to be this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So now I'm not afraid and I can go forward. Well, hell, if it's not reality, it's just going to unleash a lot of disappointment. However, if you're in reality, then you sit down with what is and you say, what can I make of this? So, for example, let's say you're a cook. You go into the kitchen and you've been dreaming about making eggplant parmesan all day. You have it all in your mind. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And, you have just enough time to make it. You get there and you discover that your husband forgot to buy the eggplant. You ain't making eggplant parmesan. So then you say, oh no, what have I got? Oh no.
You have to get creative,
you
right?
gotta get creative. Oh, I have a whole refrigerator full of blueberries. I'm gonna make blueberry parmesan. Okay, that may be a little extreme. But you get what I'm saying? You have to work with the elements that you have, and that gets the creative juices working. They say that what a necessity is the mother of invention. If you can say, we'll never be able to buy an air conditioner, so what can I do to cool the house down? Now suddenly I'm into what can I do? What can I do? How can I do this? How can I solve this problem? How can I solve that problem? How can I create something that's exciting, that's new? It actually forces us to stop. I mean, James, you have made eggplant parmesan so often. Not true. We don't eat eggplant parmesan, but I'm just using it as it's like, oh no, so tonight you have to make something else, and then you go in, and then suddenly you think, oh my God, I can do something new. I can do something different. The having to face what is forces us to do something new and different if we want to stay excited about life. Now, you may ask, are there any downsides to facing reality? None that I can think of. Some people think if they face reality, they will feel defeated. Oh, if I face the fact that I can't walk, well then look, I have to give in and I can't have a life anymore, or that it was, it's like, or I'm going to be in pain the rest of my life. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you won't walk. Maybe you will be in pain all the rest of your life. But that's the fact anyway. You don't have to feel defeated. You just have to say, oh, I can't do that anymore.
So what can I do?
So what can I do? Which is all part of the unleashing of the creativity, guys. Feeling defeated. Now get this, if you agree. Or let it go if you don't agree. Feeling defeated is just the feeling that most often results from our refusal to acknowledge what is real. And we keep fighting it and we keep getting knocked down. I kept trying to do that 4-minute mile, even though, I'm 102 and I have a heart condition. I didn't do it. I'm defeated. I'm trying to be a concert pianist, even though I don't know how to play the piano. I want to be a great leader, but I have no charisma and people just tend not to listen to me. So you see what I mean? Why do I have to feel defeated by reality? I just need to be informed, right?
Yeah.
And that information opens up the possibility of doing something I can do. There is no defeat in facing reality. There's only defeat if we read it as a statement of failure, as something terrible about us. Or maybe it's simply that we have to try one more time, or 10 more times, or 100 more times. Or we haven't gotten our skills up yet. Oh no, I'm always defeated when I'm playing against you. Well, I only play chess once a year, and you play every night. I wonder why. Well, face reality. You can't play chess once a year and be at the top of your game. You can't sing like an opera star if you never warm up your voice. When you face reality, you get to ask yourself, do I want to spend my time warming up my voice, or do I really not care that much? Neither way are you defeated. So, Mr. James, would you like to say something before I kind of wrap things up for tonight? I wonder
Yes.
if Sick Helen, if you're still listening, I hope that this gave you a lift, and everybody else as well in our audience.
Well, I've had a realization that ever since I was about 6 years old, having been spoiled by my aunt and expecting the world, I thought of myself as pretty special. And then I went through life creating an alternate reality. We hear about alternate facts, Well,
yeah.
My alternate reality was to pretend that I was always better than I was. And I put off that vibe. But life kept creating frustrations for me and failures.
Telling you otherwise.
Say it again.
Life kept telling you otherwise.
Life kept telling me otherwise. For example, junior high, I thought I was the golden child, and I could do whatever I put my mind to. And a kid challenged me to a fight, and I went and fought him, and he beat me. And then we go to the vice principal, and he paddles both of us. I think, what? This doesn't fit my picture. This can't be right. I'm a world beater. He should have believed my story. And that kid, even though he beat me, it didn't hurt me. So I could still cherish that illusion. Anyway, but anyway, through life's knocks, it really wasn't until I met you that I gave up those delusions, because I had the delusion when I was a practicing attorney that I was better than I was, and I was going to do better in these court cases than I did, et cetera, et cetera. As a musician and as a hypnotherapist, I always thought I was better than I was. And often I convinced people that I was that good.
But in the end,
reality bit me in the behind.
Exactly. Because when you say action camera and the camera goes on, if you don't know your lines, you're going to have mud on your face. That's or right. Egg or whatever it is.
So you got to practice, you got to rehearse,
right.
You got to learn from experience or learn from life, reality, that you got to be congruent with reality for things to work.
So I would like to wish you all a great holiday. I want to tell you, we'll be back next week. In fact, Wednesday is Christmas, and we'll be broadcasting because Santa Claus is working. So why shouldn't we?
Yeah, besides, you're wearing his colors.
Absolutely. And I want to say that we'll be back Monday and Wednesday next week, just like always, I hope. I want to thank the internet for working for a change. I want to remind you that we have a group called Seeing Through New Glasses, that if you look at the post after I post this, will tell you how to join it.
Wednesday evening. It's just tonight.
No risk, because you put your money in, but you get it back if you want to cancel after the first. I'm also doing a new intuition training. And that's
starting in January.
And you can join this even if you haven't done it before. And it's intuition training for happiness and service, for greater happiness and service. And we just have so many things. And I also want to tell you that I am an intuitive counselor. And if you want greater self-awareness and you want to free yourselves from the things that stop you from being real and yourself, and as happy as you can be, consider doing some sessions with me. And you can find out all of this information at the website, bethgreen.org. So
So,
I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight and for all the great support that we got.
yeah.
And we will be seeing people in Seeing Through New Glasses in just 10 minutes on a video conference. So how do you like that?
Well, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this program. I hope you like it, love it, comment, and share it.
And keep it real.
Keep it real. There's a lot of people who need this message. Truly.
It's true.
Love to you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.